Morning guys, today we're in Çanakkale, Turkey, or Turkey. We're going to the Gallipoli Peninsula today, which is quite a significant part of Australian and New Zealand history. It's where there was a big sort of battle in the World War I offensive, where Australia and New Zealand really put themselves on the map back in the day on the global stage. So, Australians, it's always quite a prominent part of our history. We celebrate it every year on April the 25th, ANZAC Day. We make biscuits, remember those that we lost and who fought for our countries. So it's always a very special part of our history, I guess. So very special thing to do. Me and Maddie B are doing a tour today where we're going to go visit a few different sites, a few gravestones, the beaches, the trenches. So we're both very excited. So come along and join us. It's going to be very fun. It's a beautiful day, blue skies. Let's go. So a bizarre thing about this town in Çanakkale, it's got the Horse of Troy behind me, which was in the movie Troy, I guess, with Brad Pitt back in the day, and they just left it in this town after they filmed it. So nice little souvenir for the town. But I think usually everyone comes to, mostly Australians and New Zealanders come to this town to obviously come see Gallipoli. So it's a little extra to the place. Right. So we're just waiting for our ferry here. We've got a group of Australians behind us. People, I think it's going to be only Australians who do the ANZAC tour, but pretty cool to meet everyone. Amazing. So we're just getting the ferry across now. Should be about an hour, but you can see where we're going. Over to here. Gallipoli Peninsula over there. Buddy B's made a friend. It's going to be great. Excited. Stop one, not far from home. We're at Brighton Beach. Nice blue water. That's my big fella.
This is where we met, like the start point, Eceabat, the town you had lunch. After lunch, we drove across the Gallipoli. Like the second ridge is like this. So Loin Pine, southmost point, Chinook, northmost point.
Cool spot though, nice beach. Just crazy to think of how many people would have been here like 100 and so years ago. All the stuff that went down here, crazy. So this very nice Turkish man in the soldier behind me. One of the stories from this war was he waved the white flag and then pretty much picked up an Australian soldier and took him back to ANZAC lines, and then went back and they started fighting again. But seems to be a lot of these stories in this whole thing is just a lot of respect between the ANZACs and the Turks.
Trying to capture this high ground. And you see why this hill is so important during the war. Like as we can see this hill from here, that means they could see all the front line. That means they could see the Dardanelles, they could see the Asian side, they could see everything actually. The Queen was his real name, but he was using a fake name as Jackson. In the middle of nowhere, so armies they couldn't like travel on that time, so they saw a good opportunity to travel around the world. So many soldiers excited, so they lied about their names. If they were underage, lying about their age. So in this war we can see
in Pine, so about I think it was 9,000 soldiers died just for like 550 meters or 950 meters of land and a hill. It's just crazy. Like I was saying, lots of the Australians and England people, they were putting down fake names, fake ages, so they could just go fight the war or or just go travel on this big adventure. It was kind of sold to them as like this thing where they can go see the world. You just have to go do a bit of fighting. It's crazy, but look how beautiful it is. All these people where they can't identify the bodies, all their names are on these walls here. And there's the view where you can see there, probably at the beaches where it was all going down. It's just got this huge thing. Eroded away a little bit, but these are the trenches that the Turks, the Australians on this side, and then literally where that guy is, that's where the other side was. Imagine just warring with someone and you're just lobbing grenades back and forth, gunfire, and they're 10 metres away. Probably hear them talking. Alright, we're at Shrapnel Gully now. These are the Turkish trenches, so you can see where that's pretty much where the Australians and New Zealanders are coming from, just battling up this hill, just a tough pushing up this hill. The Turks just in such an advantageous position and just getting peppered, like you can see kind of this gully just all the way up, and you're just on getting let off the boats, just being like, just don't stand a chance really. So it's awful. Like you just think 110 years ago you were born and you're in Australia or New Zealand, you're probably thinking, yeah, I'll go off to war, and that's probably your life, and you come out here and the reality's not quite what you think it was. So yeah, I think you feel more lucky every day to be born in this day and age, although it's not perfect, but you think, yeah, back then it would have been a lot more difficult. This is the Turkish side memorial now. Lots of Turkish people here to see it. You forget it's like, obviously ANZAC you hear a lot about, but obviously it's the Turkish side as well. It's good to see like both sides. Turkey's like really respected both sides, keeps and maintains both equally. There's obviously a lot of mutual respect both during the war and now. So yeah, shout out to Turkey. Very respectful. Love the Turks. And it's very nice they've kept it all so beautiful for each other. Attacks being launched down on that beach. Just unforgiving terrain for the poor Australians and New Zealanders to go through. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, so some more viewing here. Just open beach. You can just imagine just absolutely peppered as soon as you get off the boat. Just unrelenting attack from all the Ottomans as they were back then. Yeah, just just harrowing to think these young fellas getting straight off the boats and just meeting their maker straight away. Some of the bunks here. So this is the Kiwi Memorial for all the New Zealanders that lost their lives in honour of the soldiers of the New Zealand Expeditionary Force. This is where New Zealanders on ANZAC Day, April 25th, always come, and Australians come after apparently. There's also a big Turkish flag and Mustafa Kemal, one of the most famous Turkish leaders. He pretty much defended this whole hill, got it taken from him, won it back. Pretty much the GOAT of Turkish warfare, and he's on one of their notes because he's actually the reason why Turkey is Turkey today. Used to be the Ottoman Empire, but he led the independence battle back in the day, straight after World War I, to make Turkey. So I kind of love him around here. He's on one of their notes. And he's right under the Turkish flag. Loved around here, old Ataturk.
Wake up.
So we are at another stop. We're at one of the cemeteries called Shrapnel Valley. Obviously pretty harrowing name, but one of the guys on our tour, him and his boys have got a great uncle that's buried here, which is pretty special, so we've taken an extra stop. But this is one of the biggest cemeteries here. Beautiful as well, but it's surreal being here as, I guess, an Australian. Yeah, if you were born at this time in your life back in this era, like this probably would have been you. Just didn't know any better and maybe trying to go off and make a better life for your own family, or wanted a bit of adventure. And this is just how it ended up for them, unfortunately. But most of these people, yeah, probably 15 to 25 years in age, maybe a few in the 30s. They're just so young. Like I can't imagine what I was doing when I was 18 to 25. Certainly wasn't fighting in an international war where, yeah, Australia was just kind of thrown into it. But with such like basic technology and really just basic warfare, you go over the top to your end. A lot of people dying for no real reason, no meterage gained. Yeah, waves and waves of people.
Very dangerous. Be careful.
Turtle just minding them.
Yeah. Very dangerous. Be careful.
Turtle just
Wake up.
This is exactly where they landed. Up here. You can see how beautiful it is. Must have been a scary morning when they all came here. Just makes you think, like 110 years ago, whenever it was, how different it was. And I don't know, it's harrowing to think that could have been you if that was you born in that era. But it's pretty surreal to stand here and know what was experienced here. It's just how stunning the whole area is. They didn't really know what they were getting into, but I guess that's all part of history. So pretty much this is Ataturk's speech saying all of the Australian New Zealanders that lost their lives here are side by side. There's no difference. They're lying in a peaceful country, which is beautiful. One of the most famous speeches from this war. This is Anzac Beach. So you can see where they had to charge onto the beach. Up here, just devastating. Crazy to go and see. Beautiful place. But so many people lost their lives here. Very special to come and see as an Australian. Yeah, you can only imagine what happened here. The horrors, the sadness, but they called that bit the Sphinx because they'd all been training in Egypt and it kind of looked at it, so they're like, yeah, nah. When they got to Gallipoli, yeah, it's the Sphinx, all good. Pretty much just saying they got so grim with the heat, so many flies, so many diseases. All they were eating was bully beef, tea, jam, and like biscuits. And most of them were just like, oh, probably just not going to make it out of here alive, are we? So, pretty grim prospect. All your friends are dying, the flies are eating them, the disease everywhere. and you're eating the same thing every day.
Is this like school trip?
Hey!
What do you know in the future?
Still got it, mate. Still got it.
Still got it, mate.
I want to speak English.
What does it say?
Want a picture?
Oh, a picture.
Just of you?
Epic day. Walking home, we just had a tour group of about 5 Australians. Some oldies, some had done some travelling, some hadn't. And it was just great. They were all just lovely people, got to chill with them all day. We met some Syrian girls on a school trip back on the ferry. They were practicing their English, they were just loving chatting. Matty B dropped Salam Alaikum and got the biggest reaction I've ever seen from a crowd ever. But it was a great day. Surreal to get to experience Gallipoli. Big bucket list item ticked off, and now we're walking home for some food. So thanks for joining.